Welcome to Yeshua Kids Garden.
We'll get some someday. You may not talk to me that way. Do you need time out?
Look at that. Nobody holds authority. What? Time out? Are you serious? Time out. Does this look like a child that you can give a timeout to? And it to hold any weight or impact as regards change or reformation? The child has no respect even for the mother that is even able to speak to him, but the father is there silent, not speaking. What is going on? Welcome to Yeshua Kids Garden. Hello and welcome to yet another episode of Prophecy Watch. So it's nice to see you here once again. So as you know, we started a video in the part 1 of this review, or would I say reaction or analysis, whatever you may call it. And we want to continue on with the video. So so basically I would like you to think about this review as part 2 of the last video we actually commented or reacted on. Okay, so as usual, we welcome you. I welcome you to yet another episode. Okay, so this is our second ever episode, and it's a pleasure to have you here. And so we're just going to get on with the reaction. So if you haven't watched the part 1, I advise you to do so. So this way you are able to follow through. And of course, like we said, every video on this program, as a disclaimer, it will be speculative. So we do not know the history. We do not know the context per se. We can only guess, so we're able to analyze with a little bit of wisdom the Most High has given to us. We're able to speculate and draw some speculative deductions. So the key word is speculate. Okay, so so I don't know if I'm missing anything before we continue, but basically I think that is that for now. Okay, so in case I really like to advise that you see part 1. Okay, so if you've missed it, probably we're gonna edit the title to say part 1, but you will be able to find it, because I think most likely we're gonna title this particular session or this particular video the same. Okay, so it's most likely going to have the same title. Okay, so I think that will be that would make it easier to find. Okay, so as usual, so we're going to continue. So we're going to continue our review or reaction. Okay, so let's without further ado, let's get into the video. Okay.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday.
Okay, so for the previous video, no need for a commentary. I believe we actually made some comments in the previous video. So this is actually where we stopped. Okay, so let's move forward.
Hey guys, Anne Frank here. So I needed to make a video because something really bad happened. What happened was I got in a fight with my mom because this is the phone I wanted. Samsung Galaxy S6 Edge Plus, and this is the phone I got, Samsung Galaxy S6. And as you can see, there's a pretty drastic difference between the two. So that made me really angry, and I broke one of my MacBooks. The reason I need 4 MacBooks is because this one's for sending messages, this one's for receiving messages, this one is for blocking messages, and then this one right here is for leaving messages on scene. And
Okay. At this point, I honestly do not know what to say. I am short of words. This is ridiculous. Talk about spoiling a child. I mean, giving a child 4 MacBooks. I mean, man, there are many children, many people, even adults, who don't have access to these things. And the question is, what is the end stage of this level of privilege? What is the education being given to this child at this point? Because the question is, what kind of impending problem will this child grow into as an adult? And I think parents, this is a really important issue to analyze, because you're really not only impacting your home, you're also impacting the community, which is also impacting the society. This level of education is in love. No child should be issued 4 separate computers, as she has elaborated. Maybe she might be exaggerating, but I mean, it's ridiculous to give 4 PCs, and these aren't PCs that are cheap to come by. The average adult, or even the average child, is unable to acquire such an expensive PC, and now you're looking at 4 PCs being issued to a child or given to a child without. I kind of do not understand the objective here, and what happens in the mind of the parent to say that, okay, oh, you need a new PC. And we see that what has happened with this level of I would say, level of excessiveness on the part of the parent, or the willingness to get to groom such an excessive child, a child that seems to believe that it is okay to have this number of PC when you have a PC that can actually multitask. Why do you need to have separate PC? So I wouldn't say that the child is being she's acting over the top at this point, and she's trying to show off that she has all these PCs. But obviously, I mean, one PC can actually do the job she speaks about. These PCs are growing smarter every day. So we see that even before this child gets to the point of maturity, or adulthood, you find that this child already is already having that entitled mentality, where she compared her phone and stressing of a very minute difference between the two. So she already has 2 phones, and yes, she is still stressing over having a specific spec. And these phones are expensive phones. These are high-end phones, and you can look at the PC and just imagine that she's getting nothing short of that which is high-end.
the one that broke is this one right here in my hand, and as you can see, there's some marks on it. They're very faint, but it still really affects the quality of the computer. Another bad thing that happened was my favorite key, the W key, right here, it fell off, so I can't use it anymore. So I really, really, really need a new MacBook or money to fix this one, and we can't afford.
This is ridiculous. I'm eager to hear what she has to say at this point. What does she need money for? To fix what exactly, and why? Like who is she trying to appeal to? Let's not jump into any conclusions right here, and let us see what exactly is going on. Because right now, I think I have to take some ice water to cool down, because this is ridiculous. Okay.
It right now because we're really financially struggling from medical bills, because
Financially struggling. Really? Really? I mean, if you're financially struggling, and this is financial struggle, what I see here, I mean, is either there some people who don't have, who are lacking common sense in the home and amplifying that financial struggle, or I mean, this is just a way to rub it in the faces of people viewing this, that they are not even that they're not able to measure up to even any standards. So I don't know what this is. This is just ridiculous. Like, I don't even know how to comment on this.
Because I sustained an injury while I was beating up my laptop. So this one right here, band-aids on it and everything. Yeah, if you guys could donate to me.
So she was beating up her laptop. She complains that the laptop is being broken. Like, I feel that this has to be some kind of humor I'm not familiar with. Like, so she breaks her laptop. She has a series of expensive laptops. She breaks them and she sustains an injury, and now she wants a new laptop. She needs it to be fixed, and she's appealing to to people, to the public. Like, what level? I don't know what to call this. Do you? Do you know what to call this? This is ridiculous.
To get a new MacBook or to fix this one, then that would be a lot of help because I really do need all of these MacBooks, and it isn't my fault that I broke my laptop. This one's just as important as this one. This one's just as important as this one. And then this one's just as important as the rest, except it's a little more important because it has a pink keyboard. But yeah, you get my point. So,
This is excessive, and I don't know. Is she trolling at this point? Like, the only thing I can think about is that she's trolling. So, what is this? Like, how? What is this? All right, let's just let's just leave it at that. Okay. Anyways, let's get to it.
thanks for watching, and please donate to me.
What are we gonna do? Huh?
It's not even funny, Dad. You know.
Here, baby, look. What's wrong with this phone? Look
What the
at
heck
it.
is that?
Huh?
Stop! Get that out of my face.
What's wrong with that phone?
What is this? Is this from 2008? Are you freaking serious right now?
Baby, it's got a SIM card.
Although things might seem cute, I mean, she's laughing. The father is laughing, probably having a good time and having this on camera. It's like everybody wants to be on camera these days. Like, they will record anything, even to their own shame, because what I see, it might seem very jovial, very cool at this moment, but I'm eager to see what this might transition into. It might not. Well, I'm just eager to see what the next phase. But I feel the need to leave a commentary at this point. Why? Because it's still seemingly adorable if you are not wise enough to actually analyze the what this level of lack of satisfaction or lack of appreciation or understanding can degenerate into in the coming years. So I'm eager to see where this goes before I give a full remark. Okay, all right. So let's get back to it.
A battery, everything.
It's not even funny. This phone is better than that.
What? That's the top of the line LG. Here.
You know what I wanted. Give me the real
All
phone.
right, open this one then.
Okay, so this outrightly, like we've seen with the previous video we did, this is an entitled child. All right, so this is a child that has not been trained, as I said before, has not been trained in understanding, in reasonability, and a child who would definitely not survive in situations where there is a lack, or would not even be understanding enough to reason with those who are over her in situations where there is not enough. Children should be trained to have the spirit of reasonability, satisfaction, appreciation, and these are just traits that you as a parent, if you fail to inculcate that into this child, you are doing yourself a major disservice. I had actually elaborated on this in the previous video. So please, this is to the benefit of the family as a whole, and especially to you as a parent. You want to raise an understanding child. That's what you want, because things might not always go well. As a matter of fact, you are not in control of anything. So you need to envision and project further and see what kind of scenarios could arise. A wise person understands that the times we're in right now are very uncertain. It means that anything can go wrong at any time. Sorry. So, as this might seem, he's handed the child another packet, maybe with the actual phone. But before I deduce or conclude, like I said, speculative, right? When I feel moved to comment on any section, I do want to stop the video to comment on that section. But I would like to see what happens next.
Hi. What is that? How did you even get that? Oh my god, how did you even get this? What is it?
I don't know.
Oh my god.
There are many children who don't have phones. There are many children who don't even have like it might not be the high-end phone, but I mean this should be enough for a child. What is a child seeking a high-end phone for when the child hasn't worked? As a matter of fact, anything that is handed that is just good enough to serve to be able to access the basic applications which are used or which are common should be enough. As a matter of fact, I would like to say that children should not receive certain gadgets at specific ages because that just exposes them to a lot of harm. That just exposes them to things that might actually infiltrate or the training you're giving them, because so that there's an altering, an external altering of the training, if at all the training that is being given is good. So I doubt if there's any good training here, because this child, in the reactions and still the insistence saying, what is this, even after a new packet has been handed to her, just tells me that she actually wants to make a mockery of that. What if that was the real thing? She wouldn't be joking. She wouldn't be making light of it, because right now she's not exactly crying per se. I can't really place her face per se, but she has a new packet and she's still insisting on the fact that, what is this? Where did you get this? What if that is what she was supposed to get? What if that's the only thing the father can get? I do not understand how this has become a trend. It's funny. It might seem like fun, but like I said, let me not just draw any conclusions yet. Let's see what is in the packet, and let's see, based on what is in the packet, what will be the reaction of this child. I'm curious.
I don't like you.
Just open
This
it.
better be a real phone. If it's
I hope
not,
it
I'm
is.
gonna be so mad.
This better be a real phone. Like, if it's not, so what? What's gonna happen if it's not? Did you buy the phone yourself? Do you make money? It's ridiculous. This let me not just react right now. Let's see what's in the box. Okay? All right now. Quam, calm down. Oh yeah, that reminds me, by the way, I failed to introduce myself in the last video. So my name is Quam, by the way, in case you're wondering. All right, so let's get back to the video.
Actually, that's Mama's phone, and you're getting another one just like it. I got y'all on the real deal.
What are you talking about? Give me my phone.
You and Mom are on
I
LG.
thought this was another one of this. It's not even funny, Dad.
Your cheeks are really red.
Because I'm mad.
I
Because
love
you
you.
play.
Wow. This is the father yielding, in essence. Like, maybe this, I wouldn't say, maybe let's not say yielding, right? But this is like, okay, this child, I mean, doesn't deserve that phone, in essence. That should be the point where the father says, okay, you know what? I'm going to take that carton from you. You don't deserve that phone. Yes. She doesn't. No, I understand the joke, but the fact that she reacted to up to that level of extremity, still insisting and going back to that phone and still insisting on the fact that, what is this? That child does not deserve that phone. Because what I have seen here, although it might seem light on the surface, this is a child that would not be appreciative of the bare minimum. What if that was what the father could afford? Would she have rejected it, or would she have gone into an explosive reaction like we have seen with the other children? This is something to ponder on. Like I said, speculative. This is what I feel would have been the result of that. It would be the child whining and running back into her room, or if she's even more badly trained, she might be explosive at that point, or insultive, or even I've seen instances where children throw the phone away and break the phone. Why? Because they believe that the father or the mother haven't done enough. It cost them some level of shame and just some kind of weird and strange feeling of entitlement. And this is a big problem. It might not be seen now by parents who take these things very lightly, but this is an impending problem. And we've seen many parents who are living with children who are 30, 40, 50 years old, still in their house, not willing to work, not willing to do anything. And they still feel very entitled. Now, if you want to create that kind of problem, now this is exactly what you need to start doing. But if you do not want that problem, and if you want a child, a responsible child, who will be mature, understanding, and reasonable enough, even prudent enough to insist that you save or appreciate what you have because it's a need to save, understanding the times we're in, that child will say, okay, you know what? Thank you, Father. Thank you, Mom. And then you can now present that carton. She would even be more appreciative. That's a child that deserves the iPhone. It's a shame. Well, let's go on.
No, I don't. This is Silas throwing a fit because his beach ball blew away. I'm sorry, honey.
Daddy, go!
So basically the context here is, from what we can hear, of course, this boy has lost the beach ball to the waves of I believe it's a river. So, probably because he didn't listen, or he wasn't sensible enough to know that that would happen. Okay. Let's just say that, okay, kids sometimes might be very curious and want to make these kind of mistakes, but it is no excuse for this outburst right here. This is a child that definitely not been whooped before. And also this is a child that has not been cautioned with a stern voice and a stern tone before, because insisting, which is what I believe, that he wants to call his father to go and fetch the ball for him with that level of insistence. That's like an inversion of roles, and who is actually calling the shots. You're feeding this kid. Without your food, this child wouldn't be in existence. Without your home, this child will be on the street and begging. He owes you. If you don't feel that there's a need for that show of respect in terms of humble gratitude, then you've done a mistake as a parent. You've made a great mistake as a parent. This level of entitlement and stomping should be cautioned at this point, because he is stomping at this point. Why? He hasn't gotten that strength to exert his force on you. Because the moment that happens, be rest assured that the stomping, this wouldn't be stomping. This would be you being physically approached or handled insistently to get the ball. There are many levels of how this can regress. I mean, this is not a progress, but even though it comes with age, this regression can attain different levels of gravity. So children who actually even insist and take up weapons and actually force their parents to do things. And this is no surprise that this, if you are anything like me that research this kind of topics, you would most definitely have found some of those videos. Of course, with time, we're going to be seeing some more severe videos, if there isn't any in this one already. So like I said, we're speculative. We're reviewing this real time with you, believe it or not. And so let's see what happens next. Let's see how this child reacts further.
You may not talk to daddy like that.
This is a boy speaking to a man, to his father, to get the ball for him. What did I tell you? If he wasn't smaller, he would approach his father violently and tell his father to fetch that ball for him with insistence. And if it just so happens that this boy grows physically stronger or bigger than the father, rest assured that the father will have to bend. Now, father has now, because of that lack of training he failed to impact in the child, has made he has made this child his master by default. And if he is weaker as the child grows up in strength or inferior in size, which cannot match up this child, or he cannot exert his authority any longer, be rest assured he will become a slave in his own house. This is something that you should put in check from the get-go. This child should be whooped. This child should be cautioned severely. Because right now, like I said, it gets to a certain age where children are actually malleable. Now, this is the point where you want to make those adjustments before it's too late. Even the way he's postured, the way he walks, the way he approaches, tells you that this is an impending privileged problem. So it's just crazy to think that a man will be the one to step in and should be the one to step in and caution this child. The mother is the one cautioning that you shouldn't talk to the father that way. How frail is the father not to caution his child, his boy? He has to wait for the mother to step in. The mother has a right to step in, but what's wrong with the father? Is he too frail to confront a child or to correct this issue, knowing that this can be a problem for him and his family? And not just him. This is a cancer if he does not correct it. This is a cancer in the society, just looming. So parents, you have to do better. Your actions actually impact others, but it impacts you greatly. If you do not want to live a life of regret, you need to start making those actions and effecting those changes early, and do not excuse things. Like I've told you, I've earlier said that children are not your friends. Am I saying you cannot play with your kids? No. But you don't, when it comes to the point where something foolish or stupid is done, it needs to be corrected. And they need to know that there's a time to play. And there is a time for seriousness. And even in the time of playing, there are limits to be respected. They should still see you as an authority. You don't play to the extent where the hierarchy of authority is forgotten, or where the ranking does not hold any weight. You are their parent, you are their authority, and you are their leader. They should listen to you. This level of foolishness should not be allowed. There is a time to play with your children. That time when they have attained the age of maturity, they've become full-fledged adults. Now they can now become your friends. But even at that, they should also understand that barrier of authority. But if you don't create that respectful fear, be rest assured that you will be mishandled and you will be in a state of regret when that time comes. This is not a joke. This child is too small to be speaking to his father in that way, in that tone. What are we talking about here?
Son, I know you're sad, sweetheart. I'm so sorry, sweetheart. There'll be other beach balls in your life.
It's this tone of what's this wrong with the father? Is he handicapped? What is going on? Why can't he speak? And this is no disrespect to handicapped people. That wasn't my intention, but I'm saying that what is the cat catch his tongue? Or what is going on with the father? Why is it that the father cannot regulate this boy? And the mother is speaking in such a light tone with a serious issue. How does he think that this child will be corrected? How does he think that this child will not be a problem in the future? The stomping, the throwing himself on the ground would equate him violently attacking you in the future as a parent. So I think we need to take this a little more seriously.
We'll get some someday. You may not talk to me that way. Do you need time out?
Look at that. Nobody holds authority. What? Time out? Are you serious? Time out. Does this look like a child that you can give a timeout to? And it to hold any weight or impact as regards change or reformation? The child has no respect even for the mother that is even able to speak to him, but the father is there silent, not speaking. What is going on?
I'm sorry you're sad. I know, honey. We'll get another one someday. So sorry.
Mommy, get the beach ball. No please in his vocabulary. No level of submission in his words, no actions. What is going on?
You ready for something to eat?
No, I want my beach ball.
I know, but let's hope people out on the boat can get it and give it to one of their kids, okay?
No, I want another beach ball.
Like I said, these are signs of attack in the future. These are signs of like confrontation in the future. He takes the chair. I was about to say something about the chair, but I just wanted it to play out at first. He takes the chair and throws the chair away. Those are signs, or would you say red flags, that you know that would translate in the future to the child actually striking you. Now, if you don't want that, especially in your old age, I actually saw a video. I think we're going to react to that in the future, where a grandchild was striking the grandmother repeatedly. This woman was helpless. Yeah, they allowed this child to rot. And now the child, is not even a full-grown child, has matured to the point where she can attack a helpless grandmother, an elderly woman. Because you play with your children. You excuse things that should not be excused, and you fail to use the whip when necessary. Yes. You think that is harsh? How did you become responsible? Speaking about those who understood the times where discipline was at its height. If you became responsible via that route, don't you think they would become responsible too? The Bible says, spare the rod and spoil the child. Foolishness is bound in the heart of a child, but a rod of correction will drive it far from him. So you have to take this seriously. You feel you're wiser than God? Do you really feel you're more intelligent than God? If you think so, I'm sorry to say, then you reason like a fool. God has given you the standard or the manual for how to get the best creation or the best out of his creatures. You want an obedient child? If the child misbehaves, call that to order immediately. And if necessary, bring the rod, introduce the rod.
Well, maybe Dollar Tree has one. You want to do something to earn some money to get another one?
No. No, I want that beach ball.
I'm sorry, sweetheart.
I want that beach ball.
This child is still controllable. If you're the parent of this child and you come across this video, this child is still controllable. You need to put this in check. It is very important that you put this in check. Now, this child cannot have this level of freedom. You're granting him more freedom to do all this to your face. He has no regard for you. And you're enjoying this, and it's okay for you to post this. Oh, hey, thank you for the content. But you should be, rather than doing this, even though this is available to us to react and help those so they don't make the same mistake. At least you are, if you refuse to help yourself, we would use your open shame to help others. So I think people should be more sensitive to these things. Let's move on.
You know what? We don't throw things. We don't scream like that. We don't act like that. Pick up the chairs and bring them back now. I hope you're not I know you're upset, sweetheart. I understand. But we don't throw chairs. We don't scream.
Strangely, this mother thinks you don't throw chairs, you don't scream is actually something that's going to work, or because the child maybe felt that bringing a few chairs would change their mind. So the child is trying everything in the book to make sure that the parent is able to get that beach ball for him. The privilege in this child is ridiculous. So how would this child fare without parents? You're raising an annoying, helpless liability. So I'm perplexed. You told to bring the chairs. We don't throw chairs. Would make any changes. Now he's reacted when you thought that you had things in order. You thought you can record him listening to you, or composing himself by mere words. And normally it's supposed to be mere words, but you've allowed the decay to fester to this point that it requires the rod to get that back in check. What are you doing as a parent? If you're doing this, I hope this is a good example to you. When you see the signs, this is a problem, an impending problem. Once the child grows too big for you to handle, and especially if you're for single parents or for single mothers as well, I would like to speak to you especially as well. If you have a boy and the father has passed, you must handle that boy sternly, because they are the most difficult to manage as they age. So please take this seriously. This is a reaction of love. We're not trying to gain views, to make jokes of people, from people's children or people's situations. No, I mean, some things might cause us to giggle here and there, but we're trying to be serious with you. This is a serious problem. This is love. This is packaged love for you to make the right decisions and make the right adjustments via this message. So please take this very seriously. All right, so let's get back to it.
Silas, pick up the chair and bring it back over here, and we're going to sit down together. Come here.
I want my beach.
I know, sweetheart. I'm so sorry.
Mommy, I thought you to bring extra beads.
Well, I just picked that one up at the yard sale. There was only one. All right, let's sit down and have some lunch, okay? Come on. Do you want a drink of water, or do you want some sandwich?
I don't know if you see, but this child is actually a danger to himself, because for the fact that he cannot be controlled, he cannot be told to sit down or do specific things. This child is actually a danger to himself, because if, for God forbid, any reason, let's say he's in a location where you have crocodiles in the water. Let's just obviously there might not be any here. This child in open revolt might, since he's trying to use everything in the book to coerce the mother or the father to actually do his will. He has tried some, what will I say, hypocritical obedience, which is when he was arranging the chairs. He's tried subtle violence. He's tried to lay on the ground, or whatever that represented. I mean, it's obviously some kind of manipulative objective with that show, that open show of action. So he's tried everything. So of course, if this child can sometime, I mean, it might not be in this video, but this tendencies, it means that this child can want to make sure he tries everything to make sure he gets his will. This child might just decide to run into a dangerous place and not listen to the parent, and because the parent does not have any hold on this child, that child using that as a means to get the parent's attention and make sure that the parent does his will, right, would do that, and the parents will not be by mere calling out to the child, be able to make that child stop advancing forward to something that might be destructive to him. So I did once upon a time compare children to raising puppies. For example, we know what it takes to train dogs, and how we have to be have a balance between reward and will I say punishment, right? This child hasn't understood punishment. I feel that this child, speculatively speaking, has only understood reward. And he needs to understand that life is coupled with reward and punishment. It's a mix of the two. You have to have a balance. And this child has, and when it comes to discipline, there is no hold these parents have on this child. It means this child can be an endanger to himself because he refuses to listen. Because if he has run into something that is dangerous or that might kill him, this child might actually fall into disaster someday. Hopefully not. So let's get back to the video.
My beach ball!
I know, honey. Can you still see it? It's far away, isn't it? Say bye-bye, beach ball.
No!
You may not talk to me like that. Come sit down right now. We're done. Yep. Okay. All right. I love you, sweetheart.
Good. So we're done. So if you want to watch this on your own, like I said, I think we have a disclaimer on this program. We basically source most of our videos from YouTube. So just as we can watch it, you also can watch it. And of course, the title right there is Most Spoiled Kids Compilation #3. Okay. So if you want that, all right, feel free. In the future, we might be reacting to something different, or maybe another video about spoiled kids. So if you enjoy this, as usual, my name, as I told you, is Kwam. I failed to mention that earlier on, in the first video. So hopefully you were able to retain that and remember my name next time. Anyways, I'll see you next time. And as usual, please, we always like to beg you to subscribe to this video, leave a like. Feel free to comment, of course. If you have any opinions, any positions on the subject, do not hesitate to comment. Of course, share. All right, with that said, have a great day, and we will see you again in another reaction video, and I'll see you then. Bye-bye.
Yeah, my name is Taruar. Taruar of Yashar Kids Garden. Okay, my name is Taruar, the cool one. Yeah, I said it. I'm the cool one. Yeah. Okay, so just kidding, by the way. Gotta be humble here. Okay, so now my name is Taruar, and I'm the guy with the announcements, the informations, and the reminders. So, speaking of reminders, if you are yet to subscribe to all our platforms, subscribe to us and follow us on TikTok at YasharKidsGarden.ykg, Instagram, Yashar Kids Garden, and lastly, on YouTube. Come on, you want to take a guess? Yashar Kids Garden as well. Okay, so follow us on all these platforms. It's really that easy. This way, you never miss out on anything. So come on now, it's just a button. Click it. Click the subscribe. Click the follow. Come on now. Click it. Click it. Click it. Come on, click it. Alright, so now the announcements. In some time and over a period of time, we will be organizing some quiz which you will have the chance to participate in. Alright, so now what will the quizzes be based on? It will be based on what we've learned so far. I will be the host, and I will be asking the questions based on all we have treated in the past. So people with the correct answers will be selected at random for a gift or cash prize, which will be issued by our sponsor for today. So, just before we introduce you to our sponsor, in case you would like to join our community, WhatsApp to be precise, or follow our channel on WhatsApp as well, the link is in the description. Come on now. Be with the cool team. Yeah. The cool team. Okay. Now, back to our sponsor. So, now, who is our sponsor? Who is that awesome entity? Or what is that awesome entity that is helping us out? Or that is showing us the great support that we need to make this show a success. So, now let's get to it. Our sponsor for today, and our primary sponsor in all, is DistressSales.net, a platform where you can buy distress sales items. Also, sell, of course. And you know what? Sign up is free. Who does that if not DistressSales.net? So, join in today, join their platform, and actually see and sell, view, and buy. Okay, distress sales items, okay? So, check it out, okay? So, just to give you an idea of what they do, their advert will be right on the side over here. And I'm just gonna be here, keeping quiet. Right on the side here will be their advert. That way you understand what they're really all about. Okay. All right, so I'll be on the side.
Hey, look, these days, where economy just they fail. Come with Sapa way, no fit explain. You get brand where they sell, we go pay. We go pay, go pay, go hey, pay. Look, info, Leon Finfo, follow me, go, may we get money. Make you call your amigos, free membership, sign up quick, and no they carry body. If you buy, if you sell for this website, no commission, no cost for this website. But cool sellers, we go give you good price. And if you know like I'm go the next guy. Hey, no middleman, we go try take your money to do your thing on a solo. If you find anything, if you sharply buy for any location, wait there, so my manana. Distress sales. My manana. Distress sales. Distress sales.net. Distress sales.net. Distress sales.net. Distress sales.net.
Everybody just they dance, they smile for here, man. Like say things they share for this website. Let me go check out this website, man.